guess this is the hold?
It's awfully spacious for one.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here.
You certainly took your time.
Eustace!
How long did you intend to make me wait? I have wondered whether you would even...
Nice to see you too, you.
There are eyes everywhere in this. That was just my way.
It really is great.
The same to you. I'm impressed you were... But should I... I've always had high...
Still.
And there we have it. All of Class 7's finally back. Congrats, Scout.
Thank you so...
I haven't the foggiest idea what a bracer is doing here, but I suppose it doesn't matter right now.
Eustace?
I've been kept abreast of your activities through the note, so I'm well aware, as well as the fact that you've...
Oh, has...
That said, I did so that...
What do you mean?
I see. You have no intention of...
You can't really...
This is a joke.
You surely saw this. I'm the son of one, and as I imagine...
Well, we know.
Is this what you...
Meanwhile, my brother... And as for my... He was responsible for the home of all... I can only apologize. No. Yet with that in mind, the gulf between our paths have...
It doesn't have to be...
I will guarantee you safe if you deem it necessary. However, once you're...
Eustace. I can understand why... I can understand why... Actually, I should probably... All that's left is for him...
That... I would have liked to pay him...
Oh, don't worry. I'm telling you because...
Pardon?
What I want to know, if you want to help your family, but if that's not what you want, if you're doing it because you feel responsible for it, or if you're doing it because, then you're nothing, and I don't believe that. They should do what they believe.
It's kind of harsh.
It's clear to all of us that your heart is...
We're only students. Alone, we don't have the... Not to the war going on, but that's alone. We're all inexperienced. It's only by... It's worked for us.
Indeed.
It's always nerve-wracking.
I see my suspicions were dead on. No matter the circumstance...
And you'll come with...
Still, no matter what you say, I am an Albert. If you are then we will have to settle this with just as you...
A duel?
Follow me. Our destiny... There we shall set...
Well, well. I wasn't counting on this. I'd only intended to gather information on the Crimson Wings. And yet here I am, bearing witness to such a compelling scene. I've no duty to report anything I see to Duke Alberea, but I suppose there isn't any harm in watching how things unfold.
Do what you want. I don't care. I'll just go kill time in town or something.
Oh no! Not this time! You're coming with me, and that's that! I'm here to support you, not babysit. You're the one with a number, not me. Try acting like...
Fine, fine. What a pain. That arts user looks like he can put up a decent fight at least.
Isn't this
I thought she...
What in the world is...
I made use of my fan. Since then, it's been left in the... You will be writing that for...
You mean our duel will...
Partially. Once there... Whoever arrives...
Oh, we called them...
That does sound...
Okay. So if I win, you're not back...
Correct. But know that that bike of yours... Do not expect it...
Oh, I won't. I'll be coming...
There, wait. Right, we'll go in...
Guess I won't go trying to cheat or anything, though.
That works for me.
Very well. Let's begin.
Go get it!
Eustace is an accomplished writer.
I won't let you... I'm ready, Eustace.
As am I. Now demonstrate.
All right, let's... 3, 2, 1, go!
Go, go!
Use your tailwind to your advantage.
Take a left here.
Use this path here.
Everyone's really into this.
Three, 2, 1, go!
Go, go!
Use your tailwind to your advantage.
Take a left here.
Use this path here.
Everyone's really into this.
Yes! The advantage is mine, you. Let's settle this.
No matter. A handicap like this will hardly... Come at me!
Let's do this!
Come at...
My turn.
What? Now's our chance! Don't let it pass!
My turn. My turn.
I'm just getting started.
Here I go.
No good.
That's that. Let's keep moving. Looks like I win this.
I should have expected... It's hard to believe how much your sword...
Don't sell yourself If I'd held back even a little, your skills real...
The victory...
Reen, you...
Are you both all right?
Oh, how did it go?
Looks like we've got a...
Yeah, I managed. It was pretty close.
Does that mean you'll...
I fought with all my might. I performed to the very best of... And even then, I couldn't... With that, I had the path I should take.
We're happy to have you. We'll find the answers. And together?
You can count on me. Starting today, I'll show my father...
There's nothing to feel embarrassed.
I couldn't agree.
There are some things you... I know this much. You and I both know a thing or two about...
Sure do.
Well, with one obvious exception, you finally got all of Class 7 back, which means it's probably...
I wouldn't celebrate your paltry victory just yet.
Who was that?
Up there.
Who are they?
One of them is wearing armor.
Crap.
Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. I'm afraid I've come to thoroughly put a damper on your reunion.
She knows us?
Just who are you?
It wouldn't hurt to introduce myself, I suppose. I am a lady after all. My name is Duvalie. I'm the head knight of the Stalritter, an esteemed group led by Ouroboros' 7th Anguis in all her glory. And it is by her order that I have come here today.
You're with Ouroboros?
7th Anguis? You can't mean the Steel Maiden.
Looks like our luck just...
Might I ask if the Stahlritter is somehow related to the Eisenritter? The name is eerily similar. Even their only difference in name is related. with iron and steel being two metals.
Oh, you're the Arseid, aren't you? Are you curious? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Does it your curiosity is going to build?
Is she really with Ouroboros?
I'm not quite that curious. I wouldn't want to pressure you into discussing something you aren't
Hold on a minute. There's no point in pretending you don't care. I know full...
She doesn't act like it, but there's no doubting she's a...
So it seems. And the guy with her's a complete monster as far as pure power goes, too.
Leaving that aside for the moment, I've already introduced myself. Ugh! Why are you still up there? Get down here right this instant!
What do you need me for? You can handle them just fine yourself.
Oh, for goodness sake! You're supposed to be number one! Would it kill you to even put the tiniest bit of effort into your job?
Number one.
He's an enforcer, just like Sharon and Phantom Thief B.
Okay, you win. Arguing with you's gonna end up taking more effort than actually fighting. And you, Racer, might be worth my... That race before was kind of fun to watch. So... The name's McBurn. Some call me the almighty conflagration. And talk is cheap. I hate conversations that just drag on, so let's skip to the good...
The power radiating from him.
What are those flames?
My swift swordsmanship was taught to me by my illustrious... And you haven't
I've gone to the trouble of coming down here. Do me a favor and try lasting a minute before you go.
Your arrogance will be your
Give them everything you've got.
Of course!
Don't die too easy on me now.
Now, draw your weapons!
My turn.
My turn.
Time to stop holding back.
She's gonna hurt! Look around you!
Behold the light of the radiant wall!
How are you still standing?
You're it.
Here I go. Here goes. Overdrive. Yeah.
Sure thing. Here you go!
My turn. Yeah.
I'll handle this.
Marcus,
Leave this to me! Blade of light! Come!
This is impossible!
Let's move.
ready to go!
My turn.
Let's move.
Ready to go! Here you go!
I suppose I should thank you.
Guess I pushed my luck.
My turn! I wasn't strong enough.
Man, is that really what you call everything you got?
How can they be so strong?
I've never fought anyone so strong, not by a long shot.
Damn, he's tough.
We were able to knock that knight down at least.
Ugh. I can't believe I lost to Fierce. And of course, one of them had to be an Arseid. This is so humiliating!
I'll give you a break. When you even tried, I thought you beat Louve once. Hard to believe with that sorry side of the fight.
I did. Granted, he won the other 99 or so battles. And I was! I simply slipped, that's all!
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. If you haven't noticed yourself, I'm not gonna be the one to tell you. If you haven't, it's probably not much anyway.
Huh? What are you...
Anyway, I'm out of here. You can take care of handing him over to the Duke.
You can't possibly... You won't help even a teensy bit? It's That's a little much.
Nah, I'm tired of this already. Maybe if one of them could seriously give me a run for my Mirai.
One run for your Mira coming right up.
Huh?
It couldn't be.
Where did that come from? Looks like I wasn't expecting to find you fighting monsters of this caliber.
Your instructor said.
Sorry for the wait, but don't you worry your pretty little head's none. Now that how could I call myself your homeroom to... You're the purple lightning, aren't you?
Huh. Hey, I've heard of you.
What's Sarah doing here?
I'm sure it's no coincidence that...
Was this your doing?
I used a secret channel to... She was to be our insurer.
Really?
I owe you one for taking care of... Ugh. Do you see... Surely you don't believe you'll win because you're an A-rank...
You ask me, this is more like it. Not like there are any towns nearby I can burn down, so...
Black? Those are just like her.
Hold on! I know I said I wanted help, but I'd rather you didn't send me on...
What the devil are you doing up...
The hell?
That sounds like...
Isn't that Duke
Father?
Lord Eustace.
Eustace, what is the meaning? You dare to leave a letter like that and simply disappear?
Letter?
Hey, Duke. You mind staying out of this? I was getting all fired up there before you came and ruined everything.
Silence! This has nothing... I will not stand for behavior like this, Eustace. Your selfish actions will smear mud on the good Albarean name!
My intentions are as I outlined in the contents of... I intend to walk my own path with my class. I have no wish to dirty the Albarean name.
Eustace?
What is this? I always knew what a mistake it... Come forth, knights of...
Oh boy. These must be the soul
I
doctor.
don't recognize that one either. It must be a new model.
Yeah, there goes any interest I had left. Have a blast.
You always be so indifferent!
Ring!
Right.
Looks like it's your turn.
Are you gonna call Valimar?
This is a do-or-die moment.
Call.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Acknowledged.
An ash-colored knight? Huh. So that's the Val...
Oh, so that...
The very same great knight that fought near Trista.
And I can sense even more.
Go forth with them in our... Show them that...
Yes, Your Grace.
That one looks tough. Heavily, but I'm sure Valimar...
Right! I'm counting up.
Understood.
Use your links well.
I'll handle it. But... Okay. Charging him up. My turn. Let me...
Bring it on.
My turn. Charging him up.
behind. Damn.
You think he's ready?
He should be. Reen!
Give us a hand, Emma! We're going to open this.
Right!
A transportation.
Time to make our escape!
Wait! You can't leave like this!
Farewell for now, Father. It is my dearest wish. Or no, might I add?
As you wish.
Wait! Wait! That is an order, you...
Welcome home. I see you were able to find the rest of your...
Yeah.
I'm just glad the last part was definitely the biggest pain.
Indeed.
Regardless, thank you.
Yeah.
It sounds like there was some trouble. I can't say I'm surprised.
Given how useless.
Okay, my turn! Aww.
Because you were trying to hug me.
Oh, come on.
Still, while not that anything would ever
You're looking a lot better, Dad.
I'm still away. Sharon and Captain, which means I...
We're simply...
That's not true at all. And Reen, it couldn't have been...
Oh, I wouldn't...
I've had rooms prepared.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that where we stayed during...
That's the one.
The open-air bath? If you get the chance, you should...
I'm coming in.
Fee! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night.
No need for that. I came because I heard you were here from the man.
You did?
Feels really good. I bet I could take a nap.
I suppose. Wait, though. You're not bothered at...
Why would I be? When I was in the Corps, we'd sometimes all get into the guys and the girls.
Point taken. She did say that they were all like... You said you came because... Any particular reason?
Because I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? I don't feel like I've done anything that...
You couldn't be any more oblivious if you tried. I wanted to thank you for surviving all and for coming all the way to Kel. Crow might not be with us, but it feels...
Thanks to me? I don't know if I agree.
Oh, I know. Still, I think our class is it's only because we could believe you. That's how I feel. So... That wasn't supposed to be funny. Maybe a little overblown, but not half as cheesy as some...
It just... Finally, I had no idea that it just made me so I could...
Oh. Well, make sure you don't forget. We're all friends. And that's not gonna change.
Don't worry. Now that Class 7 is... As long as we don't... So, let's give it a...
Oh, you went up a rank. Here's a little something from the guild. Keep it up. You did all right, I guess.
I thought long and hard about it, and I think we as a class need to find a third way. A path of our own, separate from the ones the reformist and noble factions are taking.
A third way? I do agree. It would...
True. We might... Involving ourselves in we might have a divine knight on our side, but we're still going to need to be...
Whatever we do, Valimar wills...
No doubt. We've all seen how powerful the Divine Knight. If we use him right, we can intervene in the war as much as...
They're quite literally beings of... However, his potential influence...
What are we gonna... Even if we agree on not siding with either of the different things that we have...
Yeah, that's for my part. I need to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen from the noble... Whether it's alone or with you guys, it's something I'll...
There's no way you'll be alone for that. I'm concerned about Dad, too, what with them having...
I still can't get in contact with Fiona either. I'm glad I was able to see Dad.
For me, I'm worried about Ruhr as a whole. It's a huge relief to see you're all...
I'm sorry I can't do more to comfort...
And I have no idea where I'm certain he must...
We're all worried about our families. Hopefully, we can find some information on all of...
I'm certainly not worried about the safety of mine. Although, suffice it to say, if we choose to intervene in the war...
That goes for Zeno and Leo. They've been hired by the Noble Alliance, so I'd say it's like plus.
Emma and I still need to talk to Vita to see what exactly she's trying to do. To figure out what's so important to her that she was willing to break a taboo to do it.
That's true.
Whatever you decide to do, you'll have my just as the warriors of Nord did too. I'm determined to fight to protect myself.
Oh, same! We can do that! I can back him up, right?
How could I say no? I have my own duties to take care of as part of it. I fully intend to support...
I'm thinking it's about time I return to helping the guild, actually. But I'll still be in touch with Sarah, so I'm sure I can lend a hand or two anytime you need it.
Naturally, I'd be overjoyed to continue.
I'm your instructor, so you're stuck with me to the very end. Whatever you choose to do, you're going to need to decide on a more specific course of action. Resolving to find a third way is a start, but only a start. It also leaves...
Well, then how about this? Let's figure out right now whether or not we want to keep using Ymir as our...
Just so we're clear on this, there's a limit to how many people can use this speed. And with as many people as we have now, I'm not sure how useful it's going to be.
And we're limited on how frequently we can use it.
Oh, but we're also just as limited on where we can go otherwise. We haven't exactly been the most subtle group around. Who's
An astute point. The Noble Alliance will...
In the end, no matter what we decide...
Indeed. Yet we're short on...
There's gotta be something that only we...
Yeah. I don't know what it is. The best thing we can do now is keep talking things...
Well, doesn't this look... Mind if I join in?
What in the world?
It couldn't be.
Vita!
It's lovely to see you again, Emma. You were finally able to reunite with all of your classmates. I'm happy for you. Really, I am. The goddess was on your side after all.
Cut the crap, V. Have you been listening in all... Where are you?
I'm not far at all.
That sounds just...
Is that...
It's coming from above!
Isn't that the noble...
What's the Pantagruel doing here?
Damn it! I didn't think she'd tell the rest of their army where we were.
But why now?
Why? Because our preparations are finally complete.
Vita!
Vita! Yes, I am here, in the flesh. As nice as it would be to finally give you a hug, Emma, I wouldn't want to keep our guest of honor waiting any longer.
Can't be. Isn't that the Azure Knight? Crow.
Long time no see, guys. Sorry for dropping in on you like this, but I'm sure you know the drill by now. You ready to have some...
Is that really you, Crow?
There's no doubt about it.
See. You damn...
Come on!
Right! Heed my call! Valimar!
Acknowledged.
I'm not gonna lose this time, because at the end of the day, he's just an obstacle that needs to be...
So lend me your power!
There we go. Use my power.
You've really taken to piloting since your last encounter. I was hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. But potential is only that. Potential.
This is bad.
Aren't those the Alliance's ally?
Long time no see, kiddos. You doing all right, Fee?
I see the purple lightning has joined your ranks.
Zeno.
Zephyr!
And a few members of Ouroboros, too. Guess all the big guys...
And look, Sammy's here too! Kindly stop referring to Clown Soleus with that bizarre nickname.
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right. Time for my long-awaited revenge has finally...
It's only been 2 days since you first fought them.
This could pose a problem. Why send so many powerful allies here?
You've proven to be rather formidable adversaries after all.
Rufus!
I'm pleased to see you all again, ladies and gentlemen. As for you, dear brother, I was told that you'd run away from home. It does my heart good to see you safe and sound. So, you've finally gathered up the will to, even if those choices place you in my line of...
The Noble Alliance is pulling out.
Reen, we'll take care of everything. You and Valimar have your own...
Are you sure? We're in for a real brawl out here, but a guy could...
Leave the battle on the ground.
We've no intent. Wait, Sharon!
I know they're all strong, but still...
Well, what do you say we get started?
Here it comes!
I'm impressed. You managed to hold your... It's only been a month or so, but you've really...
Well, it's hard to go through the kinds of things I... And now that I've done all that...
No, you're not. I said you could hold your own, not that you could win. Remember, there's still a 3-year gap, and it's time you realize just how much of it...
That's enough, Crow!
Do they really stand a chance?
Well, they're putting up a good fight. Yeah, it's not looking they're outnumbered for one.
Then it's time we lent them...
Agreed! Weapon!
Always in a rush, aren't you? Stay right where you are. I'll serve as your...
You will?
Trying to stop us from joining.
I'll let you make the... It's been quite some time since I left.
Wow.
His guard's perfect.
Stay alert. We'll need to put all...
I would have it...
Show me what you're capable of.
My... Here I go! You'll be big trap!
Behold the might! Radiant wall!
You're it!
Saber! Hope you're...
What's happening?
Well, but you do well to intensify.
Well, how was he?
He didn't stand a chance.
He might even be stronger than Sarah.
Are you guys okay?
Hey, you really think you've got time to be worrying about them? You ain't getting out of this one, Green.
All right, bring it on! It's time to settle this, Crow!
Bring it on!
This'll be a tough one.
You can handle this? You ain't got long! Eat! Hope you're ready! Darkness, freeze it! Gotcha! You ain't got time! Bird sweat! Gotcha! You can handle this?
This is...
You waste me at time! You waste me at time! Eat!
Are you okay?
Settled enough for you?
Didn't even bother to use that trump.
He wasn't even trying.
Come on. With the way you are now, I don't even need... And that ring perfectly illustrates just how... But you're gonna need to go through a hell of a lot...
I see the battle here has come to an...
Hey, Vita.
I can't help still. It just goes to show...
Funny. I don't recall ever becoming yours. How's everything up top?
I think it's only a matter of... But we've caused... Venestrum Phantasma window.
My apologies for not coming down to speak with you in person, ladies and gentlemen. You know who I am, of course, but I am Duke Cayenne, ruler of the...
Duke Cayenne?
So even the big guy himself...
I must say, what a curious group we have here. When I saw young Eustace and Laura in Legram early... Oh, I'm sure your parents must have warned you. But I suppose every child thinks that they alone know what is best. Duke Alberea was simply livid about what happened.
Where that leaves his mouth.
Did you come all the way here?
Don't be silly, child. Rein Schwarzer. I had this meeting arranged because I wanted to speak with you. Perhaps the method was a touch too garish for something so simple. But do forgive me.
With me?
With you. Allow me to get right to the point. I wish to invite you, Ash... I've heard all about your magnificent exploits across... And so I thought it would be nice to sit about the past, the present...
Are you suggesting... You want Rein...
Should you accept my invitation, we will withdraw peacefully from... Furthermore... I give you my personal assurance that we will leave this village alone for the duration. A fine proposition, is it not?
Very well. Allow me to accept your
Don't be an idiot. This is clearly a trap.
I hope a trap or not, this might be a good... Bellamar, transport Celine back...
Are you certain?
Now hold it right...
Don't worry about me. The odds, I'm sure we can do it again. Bellamar, if you...
Very well.
Wait!
It seems the time has come for us to part, but remember this. You're an Alberea. I want you to prove that the...
Wait! Lord Rufus!
Well met, Lord Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to see you again. Allow me to extend my apologies for the harm my father visited upon this town.
Never mind that. What do you intend to do with my son? And what is a promising young man like yourself?
We're simply going to borrow young Rein for a short while. There's nothing to... I'm a busy man these days, though, so for now, I bid you adieu.
Rein! We all finally got back together, too. Why?
Sorry, but I'll be... So stay safe!
Rein!
Rein!
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up. It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the leader of the... Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram.
Rein Schwarzer, truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you...
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye. He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia as if it were his own personal property. Surely you too know...
Well, I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies, about the way he didn't care how many enemies he made as a result. creating terrorist groups like the Imperial Liberation Front.
But as I said, the cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the Empire will be upon us once more. The key to this bright future lies in putting aside our differences and—
I'm afraid that yes, you... Do you honestly believe that people can so easily put aside their difference? You occupied Heimdall and effectively took every one of its citizens hostage, imprisoned the... And let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy nation responsible for the destruction. After all that, the Imperial Army would...
My word! I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family... But that does bring me to... The Azure Knight is already on our side. But if we had... That would mean we'd have two of the great... Couple them with our Panzer Soldats. The Imperial Army... You may not find us winning the war ideal, but...
I don't think it's that...
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldats units on a battlefield makes it tremendous. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have.
Well...
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form. And if that holds true even for mass-produced, it will be all the more true for the divine...
Can't argue with that logic.
I will say it once, and with his death, only then. That includes both...
Are you trying...
Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing...
Rufus...
We may stand on opposite sides of this conflict, but I still sit on Thor's board of directors, and in that capacity, I suggest you consider care. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth. I look forward to hearing your...
All that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return. Only then. That includes both your
I suggest you consider. After all, I look forward to...
It's hard to argue that this war began, but the longer it goes on, if I join them, I could reduce... No, this isn't the... Think, Rain. I was able to reunite with the others. What's the best thing This isn't just about...
Keep racking your brain like that and smoke will start coming out of your ear.
What do you want?
Hey now, no need to give me that. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything. And what do you know?
How about you mind your own damn... Don't you have better things to do with figure the glorious Azure Chevalier?
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the... So come on, stop freaking out about it so much.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a... Besides, it'd probably be an easy... What's that in your hand?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch.
Hamburgers, fries, and onion ring. I was expecting something more fancy.
Oh, that kind of food more used. Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something.
No, this is fun. The burger looks delicious.
Cool. All right.
This tastes kinda... Oh, no wonder.
Yeah, they're called fish burgers. Pretty good, right?
Yeah. I like this way more.
Well, glad to hear. Guess it was worth putting my cooking skills to the test.
Wait, you...
It was my first time cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably, but I wanted to give it a shot anyway.
Oh.
To think, all the crow armbrust.
Oh, yeah. Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what was going on, wasn't she? So I guess you saw what happened.
Yeah, Jirai was that special economic zone in the Northwest you guys went to during our...
We didn't run into anything like that, and though I guess that makes sense seeing...
I seem to recall that it was annexed.
So So you ended up going back to your old...
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, so it was kind of surreal being back again. But it was nostalgic in its own...
It's been bugging me for a long... What could have made you want to join a group of terrorists? What was it that made you hate Chancellor Osborne that much? Tell me, Crow. I want to know what it was, what kind of place Jirai was, and what you were doing before you entered the academy.
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Fee? And don't tell me it's Milliam, because, you know,
I'm serious, Crow. I really think of telling me your past is paying off the... Because until I know...
You're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, so...
Yeah, please.
Alright, like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill sob story. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find... It's the kind of story that's so common no one... Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, Northumbria, and Remiferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate until about 20... That was when the Northumbrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of Northumbria was turned to... And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually day after day. Jirai's Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septium mines. We could make use of those to get trade going again. In fact, the one who advocated that approach, he was the last mayor of Jirai City. He was a stubborn... I lost my mom and dad early. So, he was like a mom. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal. They said they wanted to extend a rail. We relied on the sea for... The proposal drew overwhelming... Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more but keep in mind, this was the result of huge amounts of imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. People only cared about making... Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under... Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos. That was when he, Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the... We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance in safekeeping, Jirai and attain even greater prosperity as a
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, the council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, and tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the and during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect, my grandfather. He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him, and yet virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became... Both of these things happened... That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who... They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind... See? I warned you.
I don't know what to say. What happened to him after?
One day, he just up and died. Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and he just lost the will. Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I was 13. I wandered the land, doing what... That was when I met old Cayenne, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal to find others who were just. That was the beginning of the Imperial. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited. I'd also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who would often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ortis, and there slept the act. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine, that was 3 years ago. My preparations complete, I concealed and enrolled in a military academy. Everything I did for them. Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this.
Yeah.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was evil or anything.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pop's always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems, and the Chancellor's methods were making them worse. I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Gerard, I'd say I've got a duty to so it's only when that's done. I don't want whatever your decision, like Rufus said, for you.
Yeah, but...
Anyway, I think you're going to be treated as a visitor. It's about time for the higher-ups.
However I want.
There'll be no guards outside your room. Just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not to mention me, so if you're up for a gamble of your own, get...
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, one more thing. There's this real cute visitor in the guest of honors room on the second. I think she'd perk right up if she saw you. So why not just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honors. Well, I can't waste much time here. Right now, I need to get... I can make my choice after. I can sense someone in...
Huh? It's open.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Ah, it's you. You finished talking?
His name's Crow, and he's never going...
But to us, that's our leader. Anyway, got a whole lot of
Does you asking that mean... Just out of curiosity, how many members does the Imperial live? I know the explosion, but...
Sure was. We lost most...
Oh. Is that the...
Basically, we all came from different... So after he kicked it, can't say I've...
Crow said that seeing... Are the members who...
Can't speak for the others. I mean, I'm a former Jaeger who can hold his own in a fight. And teaching those dumbass... If we disband,
I see. I can't defend the assassination, but I'd be happy.
Being oddly nice to us after all the shit we...
The cycle of hatred's gone on for crimes you've committed will... It's not as though you...
That's it. You've got time to... Whether you choose to side, you've got a tough road ahead. And if we end up as on the battlefield...
Excuse me.
Think I might have been still... Yeah.
He saw right through me. He's not wrong, though. He seemed kind of different, though. His sole objective in life... Maybe he's just... I can sense... And judging...
Come on in if you like.
Excuse me.
Hello there, love. I'd heard you came on board yesterday.
Hello, Scarlet. Last time we spoke was a...
Quite a memorable day for... There's no... Alport.
Well, I guess there's no harm.
These tea leaves really are only the best for the air...
I have to admit, you're right, though.
Oh? I was under the impression that your father...
He might be a noble, but we live a...
I wouldn't have thought it before.
And Scarlet.
What kind of family did you come...
Oh, they weren't nobles. They were just relatively... We were almost...
Oh.
It's written.
Well, I heard...
Oh, no, I suppose...
So...
Some things... It's not as if...
I suppose.
What do you say? How...
Please. Anyway, it wasn't just... Oh, actually, I may as... Where did you learn how to use that weapon of yours anyway?
Oh, that? I suppose it can't hurt to tell you.
The Arteria? Where...
That's the one. A few years ago...
Surely you must be... You're telling me there are sisters in this...
Well, it doesn't matter much.
Oh?
Anyway, I'll give you the full... And if you choose not...
She ended up being I wonder how much of what... She seemed to really... I wonder what...
Good day to...
What the... You're the... You sure look... Come...
Ha ha! The furnishing. And I am... Ah, and you've been...
I can't believe it. Well, nothing... Funny. I didn't realize you'd met...
Ha! Between our he forever...
I suddenly... What happened down... I'd heard there were
It would have...
It really does... Wait. Why am I sitting here after... He has so many...
Ha ha! There. Perhaps I
Rest assured that did not happen. Your stories... By the way, you wouldn't happen to know... Last I checked, he...
Ha ha! To my knowledge. But I digress. However...
So the courage... Although the Duke's got...
But think... The War of the Lion... Emperor Drake...
One of which is to bring... I'll admit, we believed then.
I don't think he does, from what I can tell.
Oh?
Sorry, but thanks for all the interesting stories.
Ha ha! I will be waging it naturally. But I'm even more...
I doubt it's half as interesting. Anyway. I wonder who's in...
We got a visitor?
Come on in.
Excuse me.
Have a seat. Bourbon?
Yeah, how come you guys are being so... I mean, we're on opposing sides.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're Jaegers.
Of course. If you would rather fight...
I shall have to polite. For one thing, I don't think...
Hey, now, no need. He seems to think pretty highly.
At the very least. Not that I'd have...
The scary thing is... Well, they're used to take...
Huh. Oh, ranking 72nd. Brings a tear to my...
And don't forget, the boss was right.
You got that right. Maybe joining the garden. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young.
They really seem to adore her. Like two... And yet... If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave after your boss was killed?
Oh, if he told you, it sounds like you're closer to her.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid. But you haven't tried making any moves on her. Have you?
No! I just want to know why you do. She thought of you all like fam.
Well, we had our reasons. Let's leave it at that. I know you want to know, but you're not.
We'll be sure to tell until then.
All right. Still, she's our... We feel that way if I want to...
Fight.
Still, returning to the matter at hand. You're sure you haven't tried to make any moves on her?
Come on, spit it out.
They really are like two over... I was hoping to get a bit more. All we did... At least now I know... I can sense...
Oh, it's you forgot you were staying here too.
Yeah. What was that? It's gone now anyway.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance.
Oh, I didn't come here.
Interesting. You mixed by it?
Could I sit and talk to you?
What a... So, what do you want?
When we ran into each other back near Berea, something about being...
Oh, that...
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that... But what did...
I don't know if I can even explain that. It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kind of hard to put into...
Yeah, I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but...
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic. And I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability?
Yeah, I guess you could say. Something that just gives you results without the process. You've got one too.
Well, true. I don't even know where the power...
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them. Something foreign, unnatural, mixed. Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why. Sure you've got more questions, but sorry.
No, it's okay. I feel like I understand my...
Good for you, I guess. So, we done now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So how much of you is...
Me? All of me.
His circumstances... Guess all I can do is remember what... I'm sure one day I'll... One day. Huh? Given the circumstances, I imagine it must... Huh? It's empty. Weird. Oh. Looking at her lying down like this, maybe 12 or 13? How did a kid like this?
Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest. 9 hours have passed since...
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Wait.
Huh?
Good...
Green Schwarzer. Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely...
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known...
So you're an intruder then? Clown Soleil.
No, it was... Whoa! Can we at least...
No mercy for trespassers. So you claim to have no inappropriate motives.
Not claim!
But once you walked in, you felt...
No! How many times do I...
I was making a joke. Had you any intention of harming me? Clown Soleil...
Oh, then what was all... Oh, what... Anyway, I've cleared my name.
If that's what you want, you didn't come to ask me.
Well, no, I do have a lot I'd like... Okay, if you're off, what are your reasons for help? Why do you have a puppet just who?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so, as all information regarding Clown Soleil is confidential. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully...
You abducted my sister and the princess, and it's not something I... Sorry, I can't pretend to know anything, but I do know that you didn't... Anyway, with that said, maybe we'll have a chance to...
The Black Workshop.
What?
That's the name of the place I belong to. It was they who loaned me to the noble. Unless you choose to join the Alliance.
The name doesn't ring... And loan, I suppose it's not a... Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember...
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for... Incidentally, did you have any...
No. The Black Wolf sounds like stuff.
Having to travel to and from... No, I mustn't complain.
Hugo,
wait!
I remember you now. You're with Ouroboros.
Have you no shame? Is it you and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear. Learn your—
Actually, I just walked through the door normal. I should have probably knocked before I came in, though.
So, now that we're understood, have you come to tell me that you'll be fighting—
Can you not jump to Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose. I'm simply cooperating because I was to—
Plan? Just so we're clear—
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord, she's the leader of the Stalrit. Gallant yet beautiful. She's the strongest knight—
Well, you've made it clear. So the head of the Stalritter is—
She certainly is. And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength could— No, 1,000.
Okay, I get it. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the Laura already noticed the similarity between the eyes and—
I see I've got— Incidentally, I may have already mentioned she's known as
the Steel Maiden.
And with that, I believe if you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, as such, we shouldn't—
Yeah, I'm sorry for Bob. Actually, there was one— You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Is there any reason for that?
You just had— Enforcers are selected by the society's leader. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness. But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and one's strength, alright? I'm quite—
I didn't say you weren't, but it makes perfect sense. You don't strike me as someone who's carrying any kind of darkness with you. You're refreshingly sincere. Like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating drivel in my presence. Now get the hell out of my—
She chased me out. I'm really curious about this. Could she really have some connection? Perhaps even with the woman who helped?